friends, Ms. Wonky here. Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own flat person. I don't have a copy of my flat person right in front of me, but I will show it to you on the computer in a little bit. I do have a flat Blake with me. After I made my flat Ms. Wonkies and I mailed them out to all my students, one of my students made a flat him and he mailed it back to me so that I could take him on adventures too. So I'm going to show you how to make your flat person using the Bitmoji app, and then you'll be able to mail yours to your friends, your teachers, or someone in your family. That way, even though we can't be together right now, we can all go on adventures together. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to ask mom or dad or maybe an older sibling if you can borrow their smartphone. Okay, so you're going to need a phone that has access to the Apple App Store or the Google Play App Store. Okay, from there, you're going to download the Bitmoji app. It looks like this. Oh, I know it's kind of hard to see with all the glares, but if you just go to the App Store and you type in Bitmoji, okay, Bitmoji, Bitmoji, and you're going to download the app. It's green. It has a little speech bubble with a smiley face. Once you download it. If you've never had it before, it's going to ask you to make an account. If you've had it before and you remember your old login information, go ahead and log in. And then once you're logged in, it'll prompt you to start making a character if you're brand new to it. Now, I already have an account. I've already made a person, so my person's already here. But once you're on there, you can do all sorts of things to make it look just like you. Okay, my character and I both have blue eyes. We both have blonde hair. And I even gave her, I found a sweater for her to wear because Ms. Wonky wears lots of sweaters. Okay, so you get to do all sorts of things to make it look just like you. Okay, once you've made your person on the Bitmoji app, you're going to get onto a computer. Okay, you're going to need to have the Google Chrome browser because we're going to download a Google extension to connect Bitmoji with our computers. Okay, so right now I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing here. Once you are on Google Chrome, you're going to type in Bitmoji extension into the browser. The first one that comes up is chrome.google. I'm going to click that one. And it comes up the Chrome Web Store. And I'm going to hit Add to Chrome. A little pop-up will come up, and I hit Add Extension. And then now let me move my camera to the side so you can see, because now it shows up in the top right corner, and it looks just like the app does. Okay? Now, once it's in there, you're going to either log in with the same email and password that you just logged in with on your phone. I made mine a long time ago, and so I did not make mine through Bitmoji. I made mine through Snapchat. So I'm going to hit login with Snapchat. It works the same way, though. Once you get logged in, it's going to send you to the same screen. Now, my computer already remembers my password. That's why you don't see me having to type anything in. I'm going to hit continue because I'm logged in. And it says you're logged in, and then it says you can now use Bitmoji in Chrome. Now, if you are wanting to add your Chrome to your email, which parents, if you're making one of your kids, you might not want to do, and that's okay, you don't have to. I like to have mine to my email so that I can send little Bitmojis of me in my emails. So if you want to do that, you just come down here where it says Gmail, click your face right there, and then it's just going to add it. It doesn't have any extra steps other than clicking that button so that it's enabled. Okay, so then it says Bitmoji is Gmail ready. Got it. And I'm going to come back over to my extension. Okay, so I am logged in and I see it up here in the top. And when I hover over it, it says Bitmoji has access to this site. And so you're ready to go. From here, you can either open up a Google Doc in your browser, or you can open up Microsoft Word or Pages maybe on your computer. Okay, it's going to work the same way. I like to do my stuff through Google Docs, and so I already have a doc open. I'm going to come over here and click it. Okay, once you have either your Microsoft Word, your Pages, or your Google Doc open and ready to go, you're going to click the little extension. Now, if you are using a Microsoft Word or Pages and it's on your computer, you'll just have to stay on your Chrome browser while you look for your Bitmoji, and the steps are going to be the same. It's just going to be a little more back and forth clicking for you, but it's still going to work the same. Okay, so I'm going to click the little app. Now remember, if you're not using Google Docs, you can still be on maybe your email or just another tab and click this and it'll still come up for you. Okay, there's lots of different options on Bitmoji. Okay, so the star is a lot of just some of the ones people are using right now. The little waving hand is a lot of hi, how are you? The heart eyes are things like I miss you, I love you. There's a little happy face and it just has some fun little sayings. And there's like a slanty face and those are maybe, nope, not having a good day. And then there's a little party megaphone and it has a lot of fun things too. Okay, so at the top, there is a spot for me to search. So if I'm looking for something that I want to make my flat Miss Wonky out of, or my flat person, I might not want ones that have only half of my body or ones that have a lot of stuff in it. I might want ones that just have little things, okay? And maybe I can cut those out of the picture. So I'm gonna search standing. There's one of me dancing. I don't really like any of those, so I'm gonna keep going. And maybe I wanna find one where I'm waving, okay? So I'm gonna click wave and see some of these. I'm in a shark suit there. I could make a shark Bitmoji or Bitmoji person. So I'm gonna, when I find the one I wanna use, I'm going to right click it and hit copy image. And I'm gonna come back to either my Google Doc or I'm gonna come down and click my Microsoft Word or whatever it is you're using and you're gonna paste it. So there is me in a shark suit and that could be my Bitmoji person, okay? I have my old person up here. I know that when I made this one, I scrolled a long time, okay? And this one in particular had hearts next to it. And I remember that I had to cut them off. So I'm gonna show you, if you find one that you need to cut something, I'm gonna show you how you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll a little bit and see if I can find that same one that I used. I might not be able to, and that's okay. I can still show you how to do those things. See, I'm not seeing the exact one I used. That's okay. I know there's another one up here of just me standing. So let's see. Okay, so this one I'm just standing. It has words, but I can show you how to get rid of those pretty easy. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna right click, copy, and paste it. Now, on Google Docs, you can just double click the picture really fast and these little crop boxes will show up for you. If you are on Microsoft Word or Pages, you might need to click the picture and then look at the menu at the top looking for picture options, or right click the picture and same thing looking for picture options or editing, things like that. One way or another, you're going to want to get to the crop tool, okay? So after I have these crops ready, I'm going to start squishing them in and taking out all those pieces that I don't want. So I just don't want the words in my person, in my little flat person. So I'm gonna take all those out, okay? And then I'm gonna hit, if you're in Google Docs, you would just come up here and hit crop image, okay? Again, it might be a little different on some other things. I can see I missed a little spot, so no big deal. I'm just going to come back in and fix it. And there we go, okay? So there is my flat person. When I made my flat Miss Wonky the very first time, I made sure I could fit as many as I possibly could on one page, okay? So I was able to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one page by making sure that there was not a lot of white space, and I kind of turned them, like you can see, so that they fit very well, okay? It is up to you how big or small you want to make them. This flat Blake that I have is about the same size as my flat Miss Wonky was, and he's about as tall as your hand, okay? So making them all kind of fit like this is gonna make them about the size of your hand. If you wanna make them bigger, you can stretch them out more. If you wanna make them smaller, you can leave them kind of like this size. Just remember, while my picture looks really good right here, if I stretch it out a lot, my picture's gonna get a little fuzzy. Now, my other ones, they do look a tiny bit fuzzy, but once I printed them out, they really did not look bad at all, okay? So you might want to maybe make one and do a test print so that you can kind of see what size you want and how your picture looks at that size, okay? I printed mine on cardstock just so that they were a little stiffer, because the point of my flat Miss Wonkies was for my friends to take them on adventures with them. And if I did it on regular paper, it might be kind of easy to rip. Okay, so I printed mine on cardstock. I also then put mine through a laminator, okay? I have a personal laminator from Amazon, and so if you're interested in that, you can go for it, and you can add an extra layer of protection to your Bitmoji person. My friend Blake laminated his, okay? And so that just keeps it nice and safe, and it makes sure that way if it gets wet, it doesn't get ruined, okay? So Obviously, that is totally up to you. You don't have to laminate your Bitmoji person, but it's up to you whatever you would like to do and how you would like to print them. So, like I said, I made mine fit all nice and tight on here, but if you're only printing one or two, you might not need to do that. And your person can be whatever you want. I could print this one in a shark suit and have a flat Miss Honky in a shark, or I can print this one where I'm just standing and kind of looking. I've got this other one with my hands on my hips. There are lots of different options in Bitmoji, and it's totally up to you which one you use to make your flat person. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen really quick. Now, if you do not have access to a smartphone or you just don't want to use a Bitmoji, you can always just take a picture of yourself standing and try to make sure you're in a place where there's nothing next to you or nothing around you, and then go through the same steps of copying this picture, maybe from an email or something, and putting it onto a document. And then the same thing, you can just crop it and stretch it out just like our Bitmojis. I've also seen some people use the Bitmoji and then they take a picture of their face and they cut their face out and they put their face on the Bitmoji. I left mine just as the Bitmoji. I didn't want to put my real face. I left it all as a Bitmoji, but it's totally up to you because it's your flat person. So I hope you learned a lot and learned how to make your own flat person. I hope you're super excited to make some flat people to share with friends so that we can all go on adventures together, even though we're not really together. So I can't wait to see all your super fun, exciting flat people friends. Thanks for coming. Bye.